Welcome back to Noob School. This is where we interview sales pros that can help you get off to a great start in sales. All right, we got another story for you. Got a story time about how we look at time. And it's kind of a broad topic. I don't know if it's just a sales topic or not, but I think it certainly made me more aware and more appreciative of every day. You know, when we hear things, at least me, when I would hear things, even now when I hear things like you got to take care of yourself, or those kinds of things, you just kind of hear it and it just kind of goes away. But eventually, particularly as you get older, you start to understand some of these things are true and what you can do about them. So this one is about kind of the three pieces of time in my mind. There is the past. There is what I call a go. It's anything that happened before today. And of course, it's easy to waste time and be worried and, kind of just get all weird about what happened in the past. I should have done this. I should have done that. What if I did this? What if I bought Apple stock? Whatever. So we can all play that game. We can all play that game. Every single person can play that game because there's different things we could have done that might have turned out differently or better. But you got to let go of that. That's the first thing you got to understand is it's completely gone. There's not a darn thing we can do about it. The only question is now, what do we have in front of us? What is our current situation? What's the situation in the world? What's the situation in our market? What's our current situation? And what choices are we going to make now to create the best life possible going forward? And so that means that the past is now effectively gone. We're not worried about it. We are going to focus on today, and we're going to enjoy every piece of today, whatever it is we're doing. And I actually have this written down when I look at it every morning, that today is the only day I have right now. And I'm not going to be at some those little tiki huts in Bali that we see sometimes, in the magazines. You're sitting in the tiki hut on the stilts and you're in this beautiful blue water and, one of those kind of situations. Like, well, I'm not there today. I might not ever get there. So you might as well enjoy where you are and make the most of where you are right now today. So that's the second part of time, is like today and what we're doing. And then the last part is the future. And of course, we all know that we don't know how long that lasts. We know kind of in general how long people typically live, but you might live longer, you might live less long. So all I'll say about the future is you'd be smart to put some good stuff on your calendar to try to make that future as good as possible. I wouldn't, wring your hands together and worry about it too much, what might happen. But you can say, once a year, I try to put something on the calendar early on that's going to be a big thing, a big trip, or maybe it's a big business thing we're trying to do, kind of one big major thing. So when I look back at my life and someone says, what did you do in 2022 or 2021 or 2020? I've got an answer. I wrote a book that year, or this is the year that I spent a month in Portugal, or whatever it is. But you have one thing in addition to whatever happens the rest of your life. So I do think you ought to put stuff on the calendar, but I wouldn't worry about what might happen here, be surprised. We never know what's going to happen. And the other thing about living for today is just a story. I went to a party a couple of summers ago, and the people who put on the party, it was going to be outside this beautiful backyard looking over this nice meadow. And they had a tent up, and they had a band, a really nice band they'd brought in from out of state. And everyone was there, and they were all dressed up nice and everything. And it just started raining like crazy. I mean, lightning, thunder, thunderstorm. And the guy putting on the party just had this big old smile on his face. And he was like, come on, let's pull this pull these poles up and whatever, and help move the keyboard inside. And everyone was getting wet. And when we had a little break, when we kind of got out of the rain, I said, man, why are you so excited about this? I was kind of, I was probably going negative. I was probably like, why aren't you, pissed off about this? And he goes, haven't you ever been to a disaster party? And I'm like, I don't know. What is that? And he goes, you have a party and a disaster happens like today, and it just makes everything fun. Everyone pulls together. We all get wet. We go inside. It's squinchy, but we all kind of pull together and it's fun. It's probably more fun than a regular party where everything goes great. And I just thought that was just an unbelievable example of living kind of for the moment, for the day, and not saying we're going to wait till the perfect day and everything goes just perfectly for this party and all the sandwiches are cut just perfectly, and then we'll have a good time. No. This guy's like, we're going to have a good time in the sun, in the rain, tsunami, doesn't matter. And I thought that was a good message to pass on to everybody is, we're gonna bring it all together here. We're gonna maybe learn from the past, but not worry about it. Everyone's got stuff they wish they wouldn't have done and wish they would have done. And let's just let it go. We're gonna put some stuff on our calendars in the future every year to try to make our life better. But in the meantime, we're gonna enjoy today, and then tomorrow we're gonna enjoy tomorrow and make the best of it. So, I've been guilty probably of worrying about the future and worried about the past, for many, many years. And I think over the last couple of years, I finally kind of broke through and thought I'd pass it on to you and hope it's helpful.